Okay.
Alrighty, here we go. So here's our next tutorial video. This is puppy head. So I'm brushing everything just to kind of get it in direction now. This little girl Joy is now 15 weeks old. So the first thing you really want to do is you get everything brushed is come in between the eyebrows. And you want to start just pulling a little bit in here. And we want to get about, she's little still, so probably let's start with a finger, and then eventually it's going to get up to a thumb, but she's not quite to a thumb yet. I was going to do Chili next, and he's a thumb and more. So easy now. So just start pulling a little bit in here. And it's always best to just sort of stop and do a little brushing, just to make sure you have everything in place. And looking at it this way, if we want to try to encourage this to grow down, and we kind of want to see what's going on here. So we got a little bit of hair here that probably should go down. And you can see that the eyebrow really starts at the corner of the eye. It doesn't start here in the middle. It starts really right at the corner of the eye. And that will continue as she grows.
Move, when you're doing that, move
Okay.
slower.
Okay, so you can see that the eyebrow starts right at the corner of the eye.
Yeah, that's better.
Okay. And then I'm going to brush it down again. Now, another thing, too, that helps with these eyebrows is to start to rake them a little bit, just gently. And what that's going to do, so we had somebody tell us once, it's not mandatory that eyebrows be white. We want to make the eyebrow a plane of the head. So we're not going to be pulling really aggressively back here. This is just going to be pulled enough to create eventually wire. She's starting to get a tiny bit of wire on her head. But we're not gonna make a distinct line stop from the back of the eyebrow here. This is all gonna be a plane. So when you look at her sideways, when she stops fighting me, you're going to see a nice plane like this, okay? Flip her around this way. And just repeat the process. And I'm going to just take the rake, stay, and just gently do a little bit of pulling here, a little bit down into the eyebrow. And the top of the head, so that we start building up and creating some wire in here. Okay, and then we really start to look, we want to start to see the brick. Now in here too, you can see there's just a little bit of loose ends, and a lot of times I'll just simply take a thinning shear and very gently just go in and just get that out of there. That's a really sensitive area to try to pull. And check the other side too. Just a little tiny bit, stop, a little tiny bit right in here. There. And with these little puppy faces here, it takes a little while to start to build this up. But we're starting to get there with her, and I'm sure Cody's actually could be a little bit ahead of her because he's a little bit bigger puppy. Okay, all right, so I think that's probably pretty good. And again, we're going to be working on this chest area, pulling all of this down like we went over before. And rake, rake that head. There. All right. Set her up. Okay.
I'm going to make a comment here on the chest when you're pulling, pull down, and when you get down to here, go into the white and pull towards the center. Go right down as low as you're going to go and pull on that angle, and that will get it to show that chest bone off nice.
Okay, good. Thank you.